welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a video and tutorial on how I did this look, and guess what palette it's featuring. Actually featuring this palette right here. This palette is the palette that you have been all waiting for. So this is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I did recently get this in the mail and I was super excited, so I figured I needed to do some type of tutorial for you guys. And this is kind of like the first look that I kind of played with this palette. This look is very beautiful for the summertime. A full glam tutorial, but it's kind of like a sunset eye, which I think is very beautiful for the summertime. So I did go ahead and use these two colors right here, these like bronzy colors. I think that they were super perfect for the summertime, so I did decide to create this look with those two colors and as well as the other colors. I do want to play with this color right here, which is called Pool Party. I know a lot of people are going like crazy wanting to see looks with that color, so I do want to incorporate that color in some type of look. I just haven't really played around with this palette too much to kind of see the look that I want to create. Without further ado, let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing we're actually going to start off with this time is the brows. I normally never start off with my brows, but I feel like I haven't really shown you guys how I do my brows lately, and I've really been loving my Anastasia brow powder again, and I am in the shade Soft Brown, and I'm just going to line the bottom parts of my eyebrows, then do the top, and then go ahead and fill it in. I kind of do the same exact technique as my brow tutorial that I have already here on my channel, but I just use a powder instead of the pencil. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and take the lighter part of the brow product, which is the soft brown, but it's in the same exact little container, and I'm using the lighter parts to actually fill it in. The darker parts I'm using for the upper and bottom parts of my brows, and then like I said, the middle portion of the eyebrow I'm taking a lighter shade and I'm going to fill that in, and then after that I'm going to clean it up with some concealer. This is probably my favorite technique when it comes to doing eyebrows because it really transforms and defines the brows, and I'm using my Estee Lauder concealer and a small pencil brush by MAC. It's kind of like really thin, and it just helps clean up the brows so much. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and blend the concealer away, and as you guys can see, it leaves my brows like super sculpted, but it just looks natural, but not like too natural. Like you can really tell that I filled in my brows, but it also looks natural at the same time. I don't really know how to explain it. You guys just have to try the technique and you will see for yourself. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids, and I'm going to be using my soft ochre paint pot as always. And if you see me laughing in this video, it's because I was talking to Tanya on the phone and we were just talking about really random stuff and I was laughing. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to be taking the color Silk Cream and MFEO, and I'm going to go ahead and use that as my transition shade on a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend that back and forth into the crease and towards the brow bone, and I'm going to kind of leave this color diffuse. I'm not doing it too precisely into the crease because we are going to take a darker shade next after this and define the crease. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and take this color right here, and this one is called Pukey, and I'm going to use a smaller brush and I'm going to blend this precisely into the crease, and this is where we are going to define the crease a little bit more, that way it's more noticeable. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and take the color Burnt, and I'm going to put that even more precisely in the crease, but I'm using the same exact brush, but I'm going to go ahead and blend those two colors together, and this is really going to help define the crease and make it actually look like we have a better, more defined crease. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and take this color right here, and this color is called the gold color is called Queen, and I'm going to pick that up on a flat shading brush. You can kind of use a concealer brush if you don't have one. This one I think is actually a concealer brush, but I'm going to apply this to my whole entire lid from the inner parts to the outer part, and then in just a second right here you're going to see me pick up this color, which is called Fireworks, and I'm going to put that on the outer half of our eyelid. I really wanted this color to transition from the gold to the copper to the brown, so it kind of gives an illusion of like a sunset eye, and I'm going to blend the gold and the other color together, the copper color, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and take some powder. You can take really any powder. I like to take my Earthbone powder just for the brow bone because I don't really like a shimmery brow bone. It just really depends on the look, but I decided to use the regular powder and put that on my brow bone. After that I'm going to go ahead and line my eyelids, and I'm going to go ahead and use the eyeliner by Tarte. Tartiste eyeliner, and I'm going to line the upper parts of my eyes. After that, I'm going to use my Tartiste mascara, and I'm going to apply that to my eyelashes. That way our real ones blend with the fake ones that I'm about to use and show you guys in just a second. So the eyelashes I'm actually going to be taking are the Social Eyes eyelashes in the style 2.0. I'm going to go ahead and put those on, and then after that I'm going to be taking the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot primer, and I'm going to add that onto my face. I like this primer because it helps mattify the skin, but it also adds a little bit of hydration. It smooths out the pores, and it just makes the foundation look flawless. And then after that I'm going to go ahead and take my Milk primer by Milk Makeup. Tanya actually gave this to me and I've been loving it. It really helps minimize the pores and smooth out the skin even more when we go ahead and apply our foundation. And then after that, I'm going to be taking my Milani foundation. I haven't used this in a while. So the reason why I wanted to take this Milani foundation is because it adds a little bit more hydration to my face, and this day my face was feeling super dry and dehydrated for some reason, so I knew that this foundation would add some hydration, so that is the reason why I used it. I normally use it when my face is feeling a little bit on the drier side, and I don't really want to mattify the skin too much. I use this foundation. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and take my LA Color Cosmetics concealer. This is a really good one from the drugstore, really affordable, high coverage concealer. I really love this one, but I'm going to go ahead and highlight with that and conceal my under eyes, and then I'm going to take it down the center of my nose and as well as on my forehead. And then after that, I'm going to be taking my SLMISSGLAM beauty sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out, and I'm going to blend it out towards the back parts of my temples, and I am going to, of course, also set it. I usually normally like to set it with my airspun powder just because it helps make the under eye area look as flawless as possible, but also because when I blend my under eye concealer with this powder, it also helps minimize pores on the areas that I need it, but it also helps me stay matte at the same time. So I'm also going to set the whole entire face with that as well. I usually take a brush for the whole entire face, and I'm also using a SLMISSGLAM brush as well. And then after that, I'm going to go back to the eyes, and I'm going to use, of course, the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to be taking the darkest shade that we did go ahead and use, and that was Pukey and Pewter, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that underneath the eyes. And then after that, I think I'm going to be taking the color Burnt, and I'm going to define the under eye area just a little bit more. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and go back and blend it out. This is my favorite technique for making your eye color really stand out and also making the whole eye look really come together and make it more blended and seamless. So then again, I'm going to be taking the color Burnt and lining the under parts of her eyes. And is it just me, or does anyone else hate this little card that came with the Jaclyn Hill palette? Like, I'm literally holding it right now and I keep getting confused on what color I'm using. So yeah, I don't know what's up with this little card, but I guess we're going to have to make it work. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes with Burnt, then go ahead and blend it out. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and take my bronzer. This is the Too Faced Cocoa bronzer, and I believe this is the lightest one. I think it's called Milk Chocolate, and I'm going to contour my face. A lot of you ask me why I use a fan brush, and I just like using a fan brush because it gets it more precise and it makes it more cleaner than using a fluffier brush. Sometimes when you use a fluffier brush, it can kind of just go everywhere and it kind of just doesn't even look like you contoured the face. So that is the reason why I like to use a fan brush, and also because it helps blend out the bronzer a lot more better than just using a regular fluffy brush. So that is why I like to use a fan brush, and as you guys can tell, it really gives like a sculpted look, and that's why I love using the fan brush. And this is from SLMISSGLAM as well. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and take my airspun powder, and I'm going to bake under the contour that we just did, and this just helps define the contour a little bit more and make it look more sculpted. And I'm going to let that sit, and then after that, I'm going to be using my Melba blush by MAC Cosmetics, and I'm going to put that right over the bronzer, and I'm going to blend the bronzer and the blush together. And then after that, it's time to highlight, and then I'm going to be using the Bronze Goddess highlighter, and this is Heat Wave, and I'm going to put this on the tops of my cheeks, and I'm going to blend it out, of course. And I also am going to put this down the center of the nose and as well as on the Cupid's bow. This is one of my favorite highlighters for the summertime. It is the perfect amount of gold and champagne. I just am obsessed with this. I've got everybody hooked on this highlighter, and I really think that they should bring this back so more people can get their hands on it. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara on our lower parts of our eyelashes. And I'm going to be taking the Tarte Tartiste mascara and putting this on the lower lashes. And then I'm going to be taking some brow gel. This is just NYX Cosmetics Brow Freak. And I'm going to apply this to our brows so that our brows don't move. And then after that, I'm going to be taking a new product. And this is the Kylie Cosmetics Summer Collection. And this is in the color Commando. And it's a really pretty peachy nude. And I'm going to apply this to my lips, and then there you have it. This is your summer makeup look. Okay, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this look and this video. If you guys did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell down below when you guys will be notified when I upload. I do upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!